Hey everyone, welcome back to Lens on Trains. I've got something really special lined up for today. In one of my recent episodes, I mentioned ordering a Roco set of freight wagons, and with that order, I also received 3 brand new catalogs. My daughter and I love flipping through these albums together, picking out our favorite locomotives and wagons. So for this video, I thought I'd do something fun and personal, share some of my top picks and favorite new releases from Roco's 2025 catalog. So let's dive in. The cover looks really cool already with this long distance high speed double decker train from the Swiss railway. And going forward, celebrating 65 years of something they call Edition Freelassing, we see the Queen of Berchtesgaden class 1445, which for me I think it looks amazing. We can see the catalog has dedicated sections, so we will go through steam locomotives, then electric, diesel, start sets, passenger coaches, school wagons, and HOE scale. Now coming back to the SBB 502 double decker with stunning pictures, and something I really love about in this catalog, the detail pages, where in this we can see the replicated pantographs, fan grills, headlights, cables, bogie covers, interior. You can really see the attention that was given to this model. I like the combination of colors here, but also the elaborate design with the power coupling between the coaches. The destination display also, but as well the faithful replica of the interior. Okay, now moving to the steam locomotives, and of course Roco is starting with some home ground models, so we are looking at Austrian class 77 and 50, both of them with some really nice coloring schemes, and class 354 from CSD third era, which was on the steam locomotives cover. Comes with a really nice round chimney and some cool wheels. The nice thing is you can pair it with this 4-piece set of passenger wagons. Class 31 imposing locomotive now with 5 express train cars, looking very nice. The whole set looks amazing, to be honest. Moving to some nostalgic times of the Deutsche Bundesbahn, we are looking at class 38 locomotive and some third era passenger cars. So we continue with steam locomotives here from third era, class 89 and 3-piece set branch line train, which comes with a goods wagon with 2 movable sliding doors. That's really nice. And the class 38 that was earlier on the cover with a classic coloring scheme, looking awesome, comes with riveted tender and smoke deflectors, and we see also 2 sets of conversion coaches that match the class 30 locomotive. Moving forward, we see 2 imposing giants, one from third era, the Pacific class 10, with a cool design and a color, and class 043 from fourth era with a lot of details and imposing steam locomotive indeed. We continue with steam locomotives. We see class 86 and the novelties design. We see new details here with a complex smoke chamber door, variant with UK driver's cab for the first time. So 2 variations of class 86, fourth era with small differences in between them, nicely detailed. And another class 38, but this time with the driver's cab without a rooftop attachment. I like the cool picture below that. I really hope I can make progress with building my diorama as well soon. Coming back, we see 2 sets of 3-piece branch line wagons from third era What's interesting is that some of them have 3 axles. In any case, both coaches sets match the steam class 38 locomotive. Now moving forward to some even powerful and impressive steam locomotives, a class 35. As it says here, mostly used in front of express and fast trains on main lines, and a class 01 from Forterra, which looks incredible and is just an imposing piece of German history here. And I believe the last German steam locomotive is a class 95, a version with old boiler without bell and oil tank with ladder. In any case, nicely detailed again and classic coloring. Now moving to class 302 from the Hungarian Railways, and of course the 3-piece set of passenger coaches to go together with it. I will focus more on the MAV coaches, which look awesome, especially with the open windows in both class 1 and 2nd. Another model marked as novelty here, the OK1 from Polish State Railways. I like all the details shared by Roco here. For someone passionate about train modeling, this is a wonderful to have. Again, some details regarding cool fixtures like the smoke chamber and some plug-in parts or the pipes on the boiler. So here we have it, the OK1 360 steam locomotive. I like the large PKP lamps, and of course the 3-piece compartment coaches to match the steam class OK1 in 3 axles, but some cool details like the roof or the handling bars. And finally, the last 2 steam locomotives, the TY2, which comes with this eye-catching green driver's cab, and of course the large lamps at the front. And the Dutch class 23 closes the steam locomotive collection as we move along to electric locomotives. As you would expect, we are starting again with some Austrian models and some of my favorites actually. First, the class 1041 from OBB Forterra, with a cool roof design, large lamps, and the old white logo on the blood orange paintwork. And below, the 1020 class from OBB again, Forterra. Really cool design, great paintwork and details on the roof, but also in the sides. I really enjoy both of these models a lot. And Austrian class 1245 with an interesting look and more compact, but keeping some details the same in terms of coloring, logo, detail roof and large lamps. Another really cool model is the Arlberg Express. It says here OBB SNCF, which, as it's mentioned here, after the Second World War was the first cross-border international train in Austria. And as we can see from the below map, it linked Vienna to Paris. We're seeing here the Austrian class 1044, having a roof design with low fans, some blood orange coloring and old OBB logo. Next we have multiple sets of passenger wagons. We have a 4-piece set with 3 OBB wagons and 1 SNCF. Models with printed destination signs. The second set is a 2-piece with both passenger wagons from OBB. Maybe not my favorite coloring this time. The third set is again a 2-piece with OBB cars, kind of the same type of coloring. And finally, the fourth set has 4 passenger cars, all from SNCF, with a different style and color printed with destination signs. Express train D704 we see here on a specific route from Bischofshofen, if I'm saying this right, to Vienna. a OBB electric locomotive class 1042 from 5th era with a nice combination of red, white and gray. Old OBB logo looks cute, which could be paired with different passenger coaches, and again we have multiple options. A 3-piece, the gray one looks interesting. Another 2-piece set presented lower, and again another 3-piece set, which I think I like the most since it includes the Eurofima coach in the middle in orange and gray combination. Now switching to Vectron updates, with multiple new details introduced depending on the prototype. Of course, you can see again the detail page with updates in different sections of the cabins, new designs or sandboxes, downpipes, etc. Here we see the class 1144 from OBB 6th era. Same coloring as class 1042 we saw earlier, but this time with the new OBB logo. And below, a cool Taurus celebrating the Olympic winter sports in Salzburg with red snow plows, and a nice painting and elaborate design. And of course a Vectron model presented here with a really nice painting, complex design, good choice of colors, with some predominant blue, red and black. The below blue cars also look pretty cool and matches the Vectron locomotive. Moving to another express train, this time from Swiss Railway, and according to the details mentioned, it was named Seetal. You can see from the map that it was operating between Basel and Brick-Bliss. I like the shape of it. The red color, big windscreen, big wipers, large logo, nice. Again, 2 sets of passenger wagons to match the locomotive. I would choose the second set, to be honest, because I like the first class coaches in white and green combination more. We continue with some Swiss locomotives, class 420, the first one from 5th era in a classic dark green, and the second one from 6th era, looking very similar but with a more elaborate painting, and differences on the roof and also some attached ventilation grills. Going forward, this is a 2-piece set I really like, with 2 Swiss electric locomotives looking awesome, nice designs, cool coloring, big windscreens, large logos, compact locomotives. Yeah, I like them very much. Moving to a nice looking picture of class 482, nice scenery. Next on top we have again a class RE 6x6, which is a 6-axle electric locomotive, having also what they call a jam emblem. In any case, with the same Swiss design but a more imposing locomotive. And below the tracks locomotive we saw earlier, class 482 with cool multicolor roof, and on both sides a nice design overall. And we continue with Swiss models, actually one from SBB Cargo above. I like the large cargo logo written in white and blue background. And the second one from SBB Cargo International, which seems to be called Bavaria München. In any case, a really nice graphic design. A class 484 in use at SBB Cargo on top. 6th era and another class 420, 6th era from Swiss Railway Technology Group CERSA, with a very nice graphic design. Next up is another tracks, this time used in international freight transport, designed with snowplow from Crossrail. Moving again to another tracks, 6th era, cute design. Nice combination of gray and green, and below a class 372 from CSD 4th era. Nice coloring combination, cool design on the roof. Small windscreens this time, a 4-axle model. And again we see a picture with the class 486, this time in nature. I like the design and coloring on this Class 393 from Czech Cargo. It says here used in international goods transport with some cool freestanding handle wheels. Again, a nice looking picture with the freight wagons attached to this Class 393. Moving to another tracks, this time a RegioJet Class 386 from Czech Republic 6 Terra with the classic yellow color, large logo present to the sides, of course the three-piece set of passenger coaches to match the RailJet electric locomotive. I have to be honest, I really like this set of passenger coaches, all second-class cars with two former IC coaches, so the DB it says here, but I especially like the last one. In short, I really like the black and yellow combination here. Yeah, thumbs up from my side. Moving to Class E16, I think is just one of a kind. It's from the early 20s, so second era. It just says history in the way it looks. Below, some express train coaches to go with the E16. Next on this page, some nice looking models. A Mitropa dining coach looking fabulous here. I love the color. Next to it, a third class standard express train coach, and below a standard luggage coach, all looking sharp. Next up, Class E44 third era. I like the large lamps, the dark green color, very nice. And below the Class 151, which I think is a 6-axle fourth era, cute looking small windscreen and small lamps. And here is the Class 144/5 Roco was showing in the beginning. Now marked again, as you can see, as a novelty. Of course, the details shown for this locomotive showing elaborate lamps, replicated the iconic pantographs, of course, details from the bogies and many detailed engravings. A lot of attention given to this class. I like the steps from the cabin, the handles, again the lamps, the wheels, the color, very, very good. In a 4-piece set of IC 511 with nice looking second class wagons, 3 of them, and 1 first class looking nice. A 5-piece set called Oberammergauss 4 Terra, small locomotive with faded paintwork. A diversity of freight wagons, including the covered goods wagon with movable sliding doors, really nice. Again, some details on Class 244, showing details from the engine room, different handles. Looking at this class again, the large lamps with the cable connection looks awesome. The windscreen wipers, nice shape and details, including the red-green color combination. Below is a Class 155 5th era, the logo red livery. Moving to the other German models, now Class 143 and 155, the last one with square buffers. Going forward, a diversity of passenger coaches in a combination of mint, turquoise, light gray, 5th era. Again, 2 German models and other tracks, Class 185 and below Class 114 with a version in red livery. Another Vectron with a cool design, a cool 193 class. And below Class 151 with an interesting livery. It's something I see they call here a zebra locomotive. Again, another Vectron from Beacon Rail this time. And the tracks below, Class 185 with a press logo. Class 408 presented here. So a high-speed train with some cool details regarding pantograph arrangement, engraving grills and some interior details. So this is a 4-piece set called IC3 Neo and an additional 4-piece set. So 4 plus 4, it could really be a really long train here for high-speed train enthusiasts. An electric rack and pinion locomotive. Interesting is that it says here it can overcome extraordinary height differences up to 35%. And below a three-piece set with some really cool passenger trains. Moving to BB 15,000, a SNCF electric locomotive, so from the French State Railways, fourth era. You can see also some details in the next page with the delicate pantographs, separately mounted windscreen wipers and sockets, a raised version of the operating number, interesting design of the bogies. The shape and the design of this version didn't convince me too much, to be honest, and that's just my personal opinion. Going forward, two more French models. Up top, a fourth era cube locomotive, below a model with en voyage design, I like better. We continue with two Italian models this time, a Class E 444 with some nice color, small lamps and windows, and lower another Italian Class 1 191. Again, looking at the design and the black color chosen, I think it looks great with the GTS rail logo. Moving to a Class E 432 with at least to say some interesting pantographs and wheels. I saw different reaction online about this one. I would just say it's one of a kind. Let me know in the comments your thoughts as well. And of course some passenger coaches to match the locomotive from the same era. Looking really cool, dark green color, nice windows, classic. This is a Trax AC1, pretty simple with some extra applied windscreen wipers. We continue with a 4-piece set of double-decker coaches. It says here each coach is equipped with interior LED lighting. Below we see another Vectron from Rail Logics, and it says here it's used for international goods transport. Then we have a Class 1753 from Netherlands. Again, not the biggest fan of the shape here, but yellow and black go together well. And below a Class 1211 version with the third headlight, small windscreens, pretty robust. And then we have something called Plan B or Plan 5. That's a lot of yellow there, and below a 2-piece set containing a Class 1756 locomotive and a container carrier wagon. On the next page, another 2-piece set, this time 2 stake wagons in black and yellow from Stratton Rail, kinda cute. And I like this picture a lot. This is a Skoda, is what people call them. A EP05 from Polish State Railways. This is looking awesome. I really like it. Nice colors, very cool lamps and windscreens, big third headlight. I like the painting and printing, the handlebars, buffers, yeah, thumbs up from me. Of course, some improvements presented in detail, some different handles and extra sockets presented, and also the realistic roof. Next we see some Swedish trains, another Vectron with a cool painting, and below some unique passenger coaches. Cool painting once again. We see also a picture in nature with the locomotive and multiple coaches in the winter atmosphere. And the last electric locomotive Roco is presenting us is the RC4 Green Cargo, looking cool. Classic green color, small lamps, pretty nice. Cool, now let's move to diesel locomotives. There are some models I really like, so let's continue. You can see the pattern again. We are starting with some Austrians. So 2 OBB locomotives, a shunting locomotive in blood orange livery with the old logo and on 3 axles only. The second one, a Class 2143, looking pretty cute as well. Again from OBB, we have a Digital Railways slew-in crane. It says here the crane is self-service but can also run along in a train, and the crane can rotate 360 degrees. Very interesting. And lower 3 cabooses to go with it. Can be fun to play with it, I guess. Moving to some CSD models now, T466 and T669, from both of them from Forterra. I like them both, love the colors, they are both robust, nice handrails. I like to have any of them sometime in my collection. And we see also the T669 looking awesome in this picture. Alright, another 2 Czech models, T478, called diving goggles, also known as Cobra, says here in red and gray. Interesting windscreens indeed. That's the first thing you notice actually. Lower class T679 looking even awesome with complete brake airlines. Nice flow in white and red. Yeah, I love it. And 2 more cool Czech models looking absolutely wonderful, at least for me. Class 749 in 3 colors. I love the plow, cool windscreens, square buffers. Yeah, I like everything about it. Lower class 742, robust, cool snowplow, nice painting, cool cabin windows. These TSD models are really, really nice. Now moving along to some German models, a class 218, simple, classic, cute. A diesel class 335 for shunting passenger and goods wagons with digital shunting couplers, cute. Now a class 108, robust, Forterra, nice colors, great design. I would love to have one, to be honest. Below a class 118, again from the Forterra, but it's a 6-axle model. And on the next page we have a diesel rail car, interesting, with the DR livery and applied windscreen wipers. And we continue with some Germans. We're looking at Ludmilla model, a class 234 with an interesting color. And below a V300 in green color, kind of similar, the two, but looking nice. This time 2 French models, a cute looking model from Forterra in yellow and gray. Nice handlebars. Lower another SNCF with cool ventilation grills. Moving to a Hungarian model, an M62 called Sergei. Looks great, I love all the details, design, colors. Yeah. Below a 5-piece set of goods wagon. Quite a few details and authentic lettering. Again, a model we saw earlier, but this time from Netherlands, and below a Polish M62, which looks quite nice. Yep, I like the color design. A diesel class 750 with an interesting coloring scheme and windscreen, almost looking like a minion, to be honest. Kinda cute. Okay, let's move to start sets and see what we have here. So first up, a digital start set with a class 221 with 3 freight wagons, the Z21 start, and a line track layout with bedding. Another set with the same components but with a class 110 locomotive. I like this one better. Okay, a 4-piece set of express train coaches from OPB. All 4 are second class coaches. Some Czech passenger coaches from Forterra, all looking great. We have a first class, 1 second class, and 2 more second class with baggage compartment. A 2-piece Eurofima coaches, second class, looking nice. And below a Danish 4-piece set double deck coaches. Now some diverse express train German coaches, first and second class, a luggage coach and a restaurant, all looking sharp from Forterra. A big like for all of them. On the next page, again, multiple models, all looking nice, same era as before. The dining coach looks awesome. I really like the color, the design, the windows, everything. Now we're moving to luggage coach presentation. Interesting picture. Again, some details on the luggage coach, and we see one goods train guard wagon and a luggage coach from 3rd and 4th era. Nice looking roof with windows on both of them. Some intercity coaches and an IC control cab coach, again looking nice. A 3-piece set of DB System Technic coaches in white and yellow, looking decent. And below, a 2-piece set of passenger coaches and some car transport wagons, looking kinda nice. The Munich-Nuremberg Express presented here is the name of the regional express line Munich-Ingolstadt-Nuremberg. So we have the class 101 in classic red color, and below the RE control cab coach, followed, I'm guessing, by, let's see, yes, some express coaches, all matching the class 101 models. And some double-deck coaches, the Munich-Salzburg Express, with one control cab coach. And again, 2-piece set of double-deckers and one more double-deck coach separately. These coaches appear to be coming with an interior LED lighting. Now we're moving to the famous Rheingold, at least in Germany. And we have the class 103 looking great, a first class coach, then an additional 3-piece set of the Rheingold. All three looking awesome, a dome coach, a dining coach, and a compartment coach. Another 3-piece set for the same train with dining coach, open seating coach, and a compartment coach. And finally the last 3-piece set with 2 compartment coaches and a bistro. Alright, let's see a couple more sets. We have a 3-piece set Dutch from 3rd era, nicely painted in blue. Love the windows, yeah, thumbs up for this one again. Then a set from Polish 3rd era, again nice design and color, cool windows, I like it. Below, a 4th era passenger coaches again, and on the next page a luggage coach with some windows on the roof and a dining coach, nice looking, both from 4th era. We are switching to some goods wagons. I wasn't really a fan of goods wagons, but it started to grow on me lately, and I see they are redoing some Austrian postal coaches, some 4-axle postal coaches in fact. Let's look at details. Interesting interior, cool undercarriage, some nice handles, and we see here a 2-piece set of postal coaches. I like them very much, in fact. I think mostly due to this black and yellow coloring and the white handles, they look really nice. So let's start with goods wagons as usual, some Austrian models first. We see here all sort of good wagons, open goods, swivel type, refrigerators, tanks. I like more the open goods set from this page. Next page, again some Austrians, but from a higher era, again open goods set, telescopic goods, a pocket wagon, and a nice looking sliding wall wagon. And here's some Belgians as well. The first set is from 3rd era. We see some Swiss models as well below, interesting. Next up, some Swiss tank and silo wagons, all looking nice. Wascosa in 2 different shades of grey, Jura cement and whole seam. So we continue with Swiss models again. Some container carriers and some articulated double pocket wagons. Now some Czech models, a open good wagon. This is something I actually have in my collection. One with sliding wall, a stake wagon, and some sole wagons looking nice. Another novelty presented, a goods train guard wagon. 2 Czech models from 4th and 5th eras. Both of them with chimneys. One with open and one with closed platform. We have some details as well. Again, the chimney we just noticed, a lot of details on the doors, but also of the undercarriage and the cool windows. Okay, so let's see some German models here, quite a few of them. A nice stake wagon and some sliding wall wagons, 3 cute tankers and 2 with swivel roofs. Let's see what else. Another stake wagon, some open goods. I have some very similar models but from TSD, and again some swivel roof wagons. I like this better than the previous ones. Moving to another page, some cute yellow tankers, open goods, and below a nice stake wagon with 2 containers. Next, again some German open good wagons, a nice set of unloading hoppers and some really cool dump wagons. Nice coloring on these last ones, I think. I see here it says one wagon even comes with a handbrake wheel. Next, some other German sets. These are some new models, Forterra, all looking good for me. And another model here, I like the trans wagon more, I think. And 2 last German models from Forterra, some nice looking double pocket wagon. The French 2-piece set below also looks nice. We continue with some French sets here as well. I like the stake wagon more, the one loaded with some wire reels, so that's cool. And now some Hungarian and Italian models from different eras. Moving to the next page, Luxembourg has this articulated double pocket wagon looking cool. Below some Polish models, I guess we'll be seeing more on the next pages as well. Yeah, again some nicely looking Polish models. I like the hinged lid wagon. I actually have one similar from TSD, same era, and I like it very much. And some Swedish models, some nice looking tankers, and of course the green cargo 2-piece set. I would like to have something like this sometime. And finally moving to narrow gauge, nicely looking picture here. Of course we see again some Austrians. This could be a cool OBB set with the locomotive and the 3-piece set of passenger coaches. We have some diesels as well from 4th and 6th era. Then some narrow gauge coaches and some pretty open goods wagons. Alright, we've gone through almost 200 pages of different models, which included locomotives, wagons, train sets. For me, it was really satisfying to see such a vast variety of train models. And as I would have expected, many German and Austrian models, but also quite a few Polish, Czech and Swiss models. I was surprised to see quite a lot of Hungarian models, some looking great. But was slightly disappointed that I couldn't see at least one model from Romania. Besides this, I think this catalog has again a lot of variety, many 3rd and 4th eras, and also some modern ones. I loved some of the things I saw. I really like some Polish, Swiss and Austrian diesel and electric locomotives. Some nicely looking German steam locomotives, many 3rd and 4th era passenger cars, of course, some model ones as well. I enjoy some of the good wagons as well. There were many options to choose from there. In conclusion, I feel this year's catalog looks awesome. I like how the models were presented, and since I have the physical album as well, I must say I enjoy spending time reading some of the historical details Roco is presenting for their models. I hope you enjoyed watching together with me this year's catalog, and let me know in the comments which models you enjoyed most. Bye everyone!